Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of the Blackbird Grimoire. Welcome to the daily forecast for Monday, July 15th, 2024. And we have a feline guest who might be popping in and out of focus every now and then. This is Isadora, my fluffiest cat, who's apparently interested in what I'm doing right now. But it is the day of the moon. It is the day of the goddess. We have a waxing gibbous moon. We are in Cancer season, the Celtic tree month of holly, woodpecker season, the Saturn retrograde, Neptune retrograde, and Pluto retrograde. The sun is in Cancer, cardinal water, which represents our intuition. The moon, is in second quarter Scorpio, a fixed water sign representing self-confidence. Mercury is in Leo, fixed fire, representing ideals. Venus is in Leo, fixed fire, which means to be ardent. Jupiter is in Gemini, mutable air, representing questing. Saturn is retrograding in Pisces, mutable water, meaning to redefine dreams. Uranus is in Taurus, fixed earth, representing renovation. Neptune is retrograding in Pisces, mutable water, meaning spiritual awakening, and Pluto is retrograding in Aquarius, fixed air, meaning that we need to examine intentions. And again, for the retrograde mantras for Saturn, it's reevaluate goals, reconsider commitments, reclaim authority. For Neptune, it's reimagine dreams, reclaim sense of mystery, reclaim faith and magic. And for Pluto, it's reclaim ability to regenerate, reconsider what deserves your energy, and release attachments that do not serve. For the moon, we are still in that waxing gibbous, which means we need to continue cultivating intentions. And remember, for the Scorpio moon, the do's are focus, research, and go deep with things. Don't be forming new acquaintances, don't engage in psychoanalysis, and do not be manipulative. So today, you might be noticing a surge in your intuitive and your psychic capabilities. This is in thanks to the Cancerian sun and the Scorpion moon. So stretch out with your senses. Don't be surprised if you get pulled down a deep whirlpool. It's going to be fine. Won't be a bad thing. Just enjoy the ride, because that is the direction that all of this energy is flowing with. So you might be able to find some very interesting insights into your own psyche. You might be delving into someone else's. You might be making some connections, and things might be made clear to you as you get lost in some of this energy. Now for the tarot, we have the Chariot, rather appropriate. We're getting pushed around by these water signs in the sun and the moon, and now we have the Chariot, also known for taking people to and fro. But the key words for it are succor, providence, war, triumph, presumption, vengeance, and trouble. So there's a lot that could be going on with the Chariot. It could take you in a very good direction. It could take you in a most unpleasant direction. But one thing is for sure, it is going to be in motion. And as you see, you have two sphinxes lying in front of this Chariot. One is light, one is dark. One is going to take you into an active path. One will take you into a very passive one. And if you'll notice, the Chariot's here, you don't really see any reins connecting him to the sphinxes. So it suggests that he might have some influence over how this goes, but then again, he might not. And sometimes that happens, especially for those of us in the craft. We get so consumed with focusing and harnessing our own willpower that sometimes we functionally forget that our will is not the only will in the universe, and sometimes the tide is bigger than we are. And of course, when we find that out the hard way, it is an extremely irritating experience, and we can be very cast down by it. However, if any of my brothers and sisters find themselves in that position today, what I would suggest is see what this is teaching you. Whatever direction you were thrown into, whether you wanted to go there or not, ask yourself what the lesson is and what you can really take away from it, or if there's any kind of insight you can glean from it, because there's always something to be learned, even from our more humbling experiences. Reads, 3 things necessary to one who enters an inn: a strong head, a strong stomach, and a heavy purse. So a strong head is needed to withstand the potency of the house ale. And of course, depending upon where one went back in the day, that could be quite a knockout punch. And even today, depending on where you go and how things are served and what your personal preferences are, you do need to have a strong head, and you do need to have the self-control to drink moderately so you don't find yourself getting into trouble. And then a strong stomach. Anytime you eat someplace out, you do need a bit of a strong stomach for fear that the cook isn't up to par. Because even the best places to eat occasionally have their off moments, and things don't go well, and it's not tasting very nice. It's not the way that it should be. So that would certainly be necessary to be able to take that in stride. And then a heavy purse, because when we're going out, it's bound to be an expensive event, especially these days. So I suppose this is more just kind of practical, common sense kind of advice and reminders for us today. Now for today's magical intention, it is dream work. The color for this is gray. The plant is the mimosa tree. The animal is the swan, and the crystal is the smoky quartz. And I just want to remind everyone that Monday evenings are really the best times of all for dream work because you have that strong lunar energy. Let's see, and currently our moon is waxing, so you're going to be able to tap into that growing energy even more. So if you're trying to make some divine connections through your dream work, or you're trying to get in touch with ancestors or animal guides or whatever it is that you're up to, this is a really good time to be doing that. So for practice, I've got some ideas for you. Because it's Monday, that's always a good time to honor lunar deities. You could also be working on your sacral chakra. And then for the contemplation, what aspect of studying your moon sign has been the most surprising to you? What have you learned that you just did not know and wouldn't have imagined? Then, if you have time, which, it's the beginning of the work week, I know a lot of people won't, but just on the off chance that someone does, you might take this afternoon or evening to magically refresh the bedroom, freshen up the energies, maybe give it an extra clean and bit of a brush up, maybe bring in some extra crystals or some extra house plants if things aren't feeling quite right. But whatever you need just to make it feel a bit lighter and a bit happier and a bit healthier, especially if you're going to be doing dream work. You don't want to be attempting that in an environment that is unpleasant to you or where the energy is stagnant. And now for the New Year's resolution double nag. I forgot. On the 1st of July to issue the first monthly nag about how are you doing on those New Year's resolution that you sent a million years ago in the month of January. I promised to keep nagging, and the 1st of July was the first time I actually forgot. So this is that double nag. How are you doing? Are things coming to fruition? Were the projects that you set out for yourself at the beginning of the year, was that actually the direction you were needing to be going? Have you discovered a new one? Just where are you at with all of that? And of course, if you have been making progress, I would like to encourage you, keep at it. You will feel so good about yourself. And you'll have so much more confidence if you're able to accomplish your goals. Now for today's journal prompt, go outside, soak in some moonlight this evening, take your journal with you, maybe write in some stream of consciousness, just feel the energies and just let the pen speak and see. And then, of course, review it later and see, where your thoughts were taking you. You never know. This has been a really good exercise, at least for me, to discover what's going on in my unconscious mind. Because the unconscious mind, because it is so nonverbal, sometimes it really, really struggles to make the point to the conscious mind. But this kind of journaling, this kind of free form, flowy type of thing, that seems to make it a lot easier for the unconscious mind to create symbols that the conscious mind will be able to interpret and to figure out, what's going on there and what needs to be brought to your attention. So that's what I have for you today. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Of course, have a wonderful Monday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.